if you are one of the top 3 winners. So let's get started with a journey on the quiz. So every time we hear about blockchain, the first question that comes to our mind is, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed digital database that makes recording transactions and managing assets in a corporate network much easier. Now, this asset can be a tangible asset, such as a house, car, cash, or land, or might be intangible, such as intellectual properties, patents, copyrights, and branding. A blockchain network can track and sell virtually anything of value, lowering risk and slashing cost of all parties involved. Unlike a conventional spreadsheet, it stores greater amount of data, such as cryptocurrency transaction records, in blocks or groups. Now, a distributed ledger distributes these blocks across numerous computers. When a block storage capacity is reached, it is chained to a previously filled block and a new block is created. So how it can be possible that we are talking about blockchain and don't talk about cryptocurrency? A cryptocurrency is a type of digital asset that is based on a network that spans a huge number of computers. They can exist outside the control of governments and central authorities because of their decentralized structure. Now, the foremost advantage of cryptocurrencies include cheaper and faster money transfer and decentralized systems that do not collapse at a single point of failure. Cryptography is one that protects cryptocurrencies, making counterfeiting and double spending practically impossible. Now, when we talk about blockchain or cryptocurrency, often people assume they are the same, but it's not true. They differ from each other in a lot of aspects. So let's discuss a few of them to give you an idea of how they differ from each other and how they hold their individual identities. The first aspect is inherent nature. Blockchain is a decentralized storage system that is used to preserve data, whereas cryptocurrency, like the US dollar, is a medium of exchange. Beyond cryptocurrency transaction records, a blockchain can be used to store a variety of data. The second is monetary value. A monetary value exists for all cryptocurrencies. You have probably heard about Bitcoin reaching a high of almost $65,000, which is equal to 50 lakh rupees, or Ether reaching a high of $4,000, which is about 3 lakh rupees. But as we know, blockchain is an underlying technology, so there is no point in having a monetary value to a blockchain. Third, mobility. So blockchain technology is decentralized and globally dispersed. There is no single location where all of a blockchain's records are kept. Although cryptocurrency is stored in blockchains, it can be accessed through mobile wallets. If you have a Bitcoin wallet, you can use it to conduct business with anyone who accepts Bitcoin. And in the last, we have transparency. So because of being a public ledger, blockchain is extremely transparent. Anyone can join a blockchain network and look at the data it contains. Cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, provide anonymity. As a result, while anybody can see the source and destination of a Bitcoin transaction, no one can tell who is exactly behind it. So now that we have the basic knowledge of blockchain, let's understand why is it so hyped up. Blockchain is unique because no one is in charge, instead the individuals who utilize it or run it. Furthermore, Bitcoins cannot be faked, hacked, or double spent. So those who own them can be confident that they are valuable. Blockchain is an amazing technology that has gained popularity because of its high security, decentralized system, and automation capabilities. It enables verification without the need for third-party verification. It protects the data ledgers with protected cryptography. The transactions that take place are transparent, and only those who have been given authority to view them can do so. So, this is all about blockchain. We can start a quiz on blockchain cryptocurrency. To take part in the quiz, it is highly recommended to use your mobile data. To visit the website www.mentimeter.com and use the code behind shown on the screen now. You can also use a different tab on your browser to take part in the quiz, but a live stream will be broadcasting the results as soon as the answers are given by the participants. So it's beneficial to have both screens visible at the same time. Once you open the link and input the code, just wait for the quiz to start to be ready to answer the questions. The quicker you answer, the more points you get. So be sure to think fast and click faster. So let's just wait for more people to join in, okay? And then we'll start our quiz in 2 minutes. I can see already 7 people have joined, although we can see 70 people are live in our session. I would suggest them to click on the link and join the quiz. And use the code mentioned on the screen above. I suggest you to use your mobile phones to give the quiz so that you can keep a track on what question is discussed on our session as well. And you can keep a track of the leaderboard if you're leading with the marks or not. Let's wait for 1 more minute. Let's wait for others also to join the quiz. As I mentioned, the link for the quiz is already mentioned in the description. You can click on it and use the above code to join the quiz. I can see more people have joined. I hope more will join. It's good to see people participating. I assure you that this is going to be a fun session. So I would request you to please join the quiz. The link is in the description and you can use the code on the screen to join the quiz. Great, the number is increasing. We can see more people have joined the quiz. To learn about a new technology that is already exceeding in the tech world. Start with our first question. Blockchain has how many versions? Options are first 2, second 3, third 4, and fourth 5th. You have only 25 seconds to answer this question. I hope you answer this as fast as you can, as you get the score according to it. Time's up. So the correct answer is 3, option B. I can see only 11 people were able to answer it correctly. So basically, there are 3 phases of blockchain. Currency in blockchain is 1.0 smart contracts in blockchain 2.0, and dApps in blockchain 3.0. So coming to the leaderboard, we can see Keldon Doji at the top, and he was also the fastest answerer. Coming to next question. A blockchain in a block in a blockchain have? Option A, header and digital ledger. Option B, bitcoins and input. Option C, transactions and bitcoin. And option D, header and transaction. You have 35 seconds to answer this question. Answer it quickly and you'll score according to it. Let's see who manages to catch up with the leaderboard this time. So the correct answer is option D, header and transaction. Only 6 people were able to answer it correctly. So the majority of the block size is made up of metadata filled header and a large list of transactions. A typical transaction is at least 250 byte long, while a typical block has over 500 transactions. So let's have a look at the leaderboard this time. We can see there are new names leading in the list this time, but still Keldon Doji is at the top and Yan is the fastest replier. Moving on to the next question. What does UTXO stand for? Options are unspent trade offer. Option B, unsent transaction Xeroxed output. Option C, unique transaction offer. And option D, unspent transaction output. The timer is already started, and I hope you answer it quickly. Let's see if this question can bring some change in the leaderboard. See, maximum people were able to answer it correctly. It's unspent transaction output. Basically, UTXO stands for unspent transaction. Transaction depicting TX output. It is the amount of cryptocurrency change left over after each transaction. Moving on to the next question. Let's have a look at the leaderboard first. This time, Yan is at the top, and we can see Maz was the fastest replier. Question 4. Every block of the Bitcoin blockchain stands for is for paying the miner fees, or does not have any input UTXO, or is called the coin-based transaction, or all of the above. Again, maximum people were able to answer it correctly. It's all of the above. So every Bitcoin block can trace its pedigree back to the Genesis block, commonly known as block 0. Every other Bitcoin block can do the same. So let's have a look at the leaderboard now. We can see new names have joined the leaderboard, and this time Kaushal is at the top, also being the fastest answerer. So moving on to the next question. What is Genesis block? And the options are: option A, any block created by the founder. Option B, the last block created in the blockchain. Option C, the first block of a blockchain. And option D, the first transaction in each block. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. I hope you answer it quickly, as you'll get the scores according to it. Answer is the first block of a blockchain. So Ethereum is a decentralized network of computers that use software to validate blocks and transaction data. A client application is required to run a node on your computer. So basically, the Genesis block stands for the first block of a blockchain, which stores the first set of transactions done on any blockchain network. So now let's have a look at the leaderboard. We again have a new name at the top, which is Akshay Sopti, and Yan be the fastest answerer. This time I can see lots of new names on the leaderboard. I hope you keep up with the leaderboard, and also I would appreciate if more people answer it quickly and contribute to it. Now moving on to the next question. Host the software needed for transaction initiation, validation mining, block creation, and smart contract execution. And the first option is external account, second is EVM, third Ethereum full node, and fourth smart contract. To answer it quickly as possible. Now the correct answer is Ethereum full node. So let's have a look at the leaderboard who were able to catch up with the leaderboard this time. I can see Akshay is still at the top, maintaining his first position. And there are two fastest replier, Yan and Sweetie. I hope they will compete with Akshay with the leaderboard or the first position. Now moving on to the next question. Recognize this picture and answer what these coins are called. The first is all coins. Second, stable coins. Third, tokens. Fourth, none of the above. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. Comment section, I would appreciate if you will join the quiz. The link is in the description, and you can use the above code on the screen to join the screen. It will be even more fun if more people join us and new names we see in the leaderboard competing each other. So this time only 7 people were able to answer it correctly. So the answer is stable coins. Stable coins are a type of cryptocurrency backed by a reserve asset like the US dollar or gold that aims to provide price stability. It is a tokenized version of the asset that can be introduced into a blockchain ecosystem to help with the seamless past transactions, enhance arbitrage, and value exchange. So now let's have a look at the leaderboard. We can see a new name at the top. It's Soy Voyager and Mars as the fastest answerer. I can see the first position is switching very frequently. Now moving on to the next question. Receive, verify, gather, and execute transaction. The first option is minor nodes, second is smart contracts, third is light wallets, and fourth is Ethereum full node. You can see many people are answering in the comment section. I would request them to join the quiz. Option A, minor nodes. Minor nodes receive, aggregate, validate, and execute transactions in blockchain network. They get paid in the blockchain's native currency, in this case, Ether, for their effort. So now let's have a look at the leaderboard, whose name we'll see in the first position. Again, we can see Akshay Sopti has managed to retrieve his first position, and Harry is the new name we see in the leaderboard as the fastest answerer. I hope I see more names on the leaderboard and competing for the first position. Now moving on to the next question. Characteristics do not include option A, alterable, option B, fast and cost effective, option C, a high degree of accuracy, and option D, transparency. As you get only 35 seconds to answer this question, I hope you answer during the time limit and answer it quickly. Maximum people were able to answer it correctly. It's alterable. Now let's have a look at the leaderboard. Again, we can see a new name on the first position, that is Yan, and Akshay Sopti and Mars giving a tough competition to Yan. Also, Sweetie was the fastest answerer this time. Now let's have a look at the next question. A public-private key implementation known as RIVEST-SHAMIR ADELMAN algorithm is used for the Bitcoin and Ethereum blockchain. Is it false or true? Now you get only 35 seconds to answer this question. I hope people will answer it quickly, and people who are answering the comment section, please, I request you to join the quiz and participate there. So the correct answer is false. Because of blockchain technology, Bitcoin is a safe digital currency. Blockchain and Ethereum to carry out its activities, Ethereum makes use of a blockchain network. Like all cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, a public blockchain network, is increasingly being utilized to conduct business transactions requiring automatic rule-based asset transfer. Now let's have a look at the leaderboard. Only 3 people were able to manage their position change on the leaderboard, and Jan making his first position and also the fastest answerer. Moving on to the next question. What is a DAPP? The options are a type of cryptocurrency, a condiment, a type of blockchain, or a decentralized application. As you get only 35 seconds to answer this question, please answer it quickly. Have managed to answer it correctly in the comment section. I hope you join this quiz. It will be more fun to see more people participating and competing with each other and learning more new things every second. You can see maximum number of people have managed to answer it correctly. It's a decentralized application. Let's see what changes it brings to the leaderboard. I can see Sweetie has moved to the top 5 list and Jan has maintained his first position. Sweetie has also managed to be the fastest answerer. And I can see new names, Harini and Surya, on the leaderboard. So let's move on to the next question. I hope I see more new people on the leaderboard this time. Transaction MERKLE tree root value in a Bitcoin block is calculated using option A, hash of transactions, option B, previous block's hash, option C, number of transactions, option D, none of the above. And the correct answer is option A, hash of transactions. Now, a MERKLE root is created by hashing together pairs of TX IDs, giving you a short yet unique fingerprint for all the transactions in a block. Now, let's have a look at the leaderboard. This time, Kaushal is the fastest answerer and Jan is still at the first position. Now, let's move on to the next question. Identifying each block in the blockchain is generated using which of the following cryptographic algorithm? Option A, SHA-128, SHA-256, either both of them or none of them. I hope you answer it quickly. And people answering the comment section, I would appreciate if you would join the quiz and answer that there. So the correct answer is SHA-256. I can see again maximum people were able to answer it correctly. So SHA-256 belongs to the SHA-2 algorithm family, with SHA denoting the secure hash algorithm. The National Security Agency and the National Institute of Standards and Technology collaborated to develop a replacement to the SHA-1 family, which was losing ground to brute force attacks. It was first released in 2001. So let's have a look at the leaderboard, what changes it brings to the leaderboard. I can see there are a lot of people who managed to answer it correctly. Jan is still at the first position, and JK and Maz are giving a tough competition to first position, Maz being the fastest replier. Next question we have. Rapper who once performed a sales stunt by selling his album via Bitcoin and later in 2018 became an accidental millionaire. Option A, Snoop Dogg. Option B, Drake. Option C, Tupac Shakur. And option 4, 50 Cent. Again, I can see many people managed to answer it correctly. It's 50 Cent. So he is 50 Cent, a rapper who performed a selling stunt in 2014 for his album Animal Ambition in exchange for Bitcoin, and people took him on it. So he earned around 700 Bitcoin, which was estimated to be 7 million in 2018, and he became an overnight millionaire. So let's see what changes it brings to the leaderboard. I hope this time we could see more new names on the leaderboard. This time Maz was the fastest replier and Jan is again at the first position. So there are new names, Lily and Surya on the leaderboard this time. I hope they will move more in the leaderboard towards the first position. Moving on to the next question. What is a smart contract? And the options are option A, programs stored on a blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. Option B, online contract. Option C, digital contract. And option D, all of the above. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. I hope you answer it quickly. Answering in the comment section, I would appreciate them to join the quiz. The link is in the description, and you can use the above code to join the quiz. This time, only 12 people were able to answer it correctly, which is programs stored on a blockchain that run when predetermined conditions are met. On Ethereum's blockchain, a smart contract is software that runs, and it's a single address on the Ethereum blockchain that contains a collection of code and data. Smart contracts are used to create Ethereum accounts. Now, moving on to the leaderboard. Okay, Maz has managed to gather the first position and also being the fastest answerer. And again, we can see new names in our leaderboard, John and Prakash. Now, moving on to the next question. Coin a solution to the double spend problem. Option A, true. Option B, false. Option C, sometimes. And option D, none of the above. The answer is true. I can see many people have managed to answer it correctly. Let's see what changes it brings to the leaderboard. So Bitcoin uses nonce to overcome the problem of double spending. So it's true that it can overcome the problem of double spending. Again, Maz is the fastest replier as well as the first person on the leaderboard. Moving on to the next question. Transactions per second for proof of work blockchain are approximate to option A 24K per second, option B 175K per second, option C only limited to the number of nodes on the network, and option D 7 to 15 per second. As you get only 35 seconds to answer this question, read it carefully and answer it as quickly as possible. Time's up. So the correct answer is 7 to 15 per second. I can see only 8 people were able to answer it correctly. Now let's see who managed to gather the first position on the leaderboard this time. Again, Maz is on the first position and Yan is the fastest answerer. I can see JK is also on the third position, competing high with Maz and Yan. There is a new name on our leaderboard, that is Joel. Welcome, Joel. Okay, so next question is, which of the following problems did blockchain solve for cryptocurrency? First, anonymity. Second, double spending. Third, destination of currencies. And fourth, none of the above. I can see many people are answering in the comment section correctly. So I would request them to join the quiz. As we'll have as many people, the quiz will become more interesting. So the correct answer is a double spending. I can see maximum number of people managed to answer it correctly. Now, have a look at the leaderboard this time. Yan has again moved to the first position. He's also the fastest answerer for this question. So now moving on to the next question. Contract in size is restricted to option A, 24,576 bytes, option B, 1 kilobytes, option C, 23,575 bytes, and option 4, no limit. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. The correct answer is 24,576 bytes. Only 9 people managed to answer it correctly. Now let's have a look at the leaderboard if it brings any changes to it. I can see lots of positions changing this time, and Akshay Sopti was the fastest answerer for this question, but Yan is still at the first position. Moving on to the next question. I hope more people join the quiz and score. Recognize this picture, which is a part of a very popular NFT collection. Option A, Azuki. Option B, Akuma Origins. Option C, MAYC. And option D, BAYC. As we know, NFT is quite a popular topic these days. Everybody is either investing in it, buying, or selling. I hope people will be able to answer it correctly, this question. So the correct answer is BAYC. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club, or BAYC, a collection of 10,000 apes on the Ethereum blockchain, is one of the most popular NFT collections. Its current floor price is over 113 Ether, which is approximately 3,51,868 USD. According to OpenSea data, 4,96,700 Ether, or 15 billion for 46 lakhs people have traded in it. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. We can see there are not many people who managed to change the positions on the leaderboard. Jan is still at the top. Maz was the fastest answerer. We can see Harshit on the third position, a new name on the leaderboard. Now moving on to the next question. What powers the Ethereum virtual machine? Option A, gas. Option B, Ether. Option C, Bitcoin. And option D, block rewards. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question, and people answering in the comment section, please join the quiz. As many people will be there, the quiz will be more interesting, and as many people will be competing for the first position, it will be more difficult. So the correct answer is gas. So Ether is the gas that powers the Ethereum virtual machine's activities according to Ethereum load, but still it is measured according to gas only. So that is why the correct answer for this question will be gas. Now let's have a look at the leaderboard. It was quite a tricky question. Still, I can see many people managed to change their positions on the leaderboard. So we can see Maz has moved to the first position, and this time Akshay Sopti was the fastest answerer. Now moving on to the next question. What is proof of stake? As we know, there is a lot of hype about Ethereum merge. It is quite a popular topic. So the options are a certificate needed to use the blockchain. Option B, a password needed to access an exchange. Option C, how private keys are made. And option D, a transaction and block verification protocol. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. Answer quickly. So the correct answer is a transaction and block verification protocol. So a person's ability to mine or validate block transactions is proportionate to the number of coins they own, according to the proof of stake concept. So this means that the more coins a miner has, the more mining power they have. Now I can see maximum people have managed to answer it correctly. Let's have a look at the leaderboard this time. See lots of position changing this time. Again, Akshay Sobati is the fastest answerer and Maz is still at the top position. Now moving on to the next question. Wanted to alter a blockchain, what percentage of the block copies would he have to alter? Option A, only his copy. Option B, 1%. Option C, 51%. Option D, 100%. You have only 35 seconds to answer this question. Answer quickly. Also, there has been a very known incident regarding this question. I hope you would consider it as a hint. So we can see only 13 people managed to answer it correctly. It's 51%. So a hacker would only be able to block 51% of block copies if he wanted to modify a blockchain. Now let's moving on to the leaderboard. Let's see how many people managed to change their score this time. As is again at the top and also the fastest replier. Also, I can see many new names on the leaderboard again gathering their positions. Moving on to the next question. Used for a blockchain split is option A, a merger, option B, a fork, option C, a division, and option D, a split. Again, you get just 35 seconds to answer this question. I hope you answer it quickly as you get scored according to that. I can see many people have managed to answer it correctly. It's a fork. So basically, when a blockchain is split, it's given a name based on fork. And the very good example of it is ETHEREUM. As you know, it is divided into previous, like old ETHEREUM and new ETHEREUM named as soft and hard fork. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. We can see many people have managed to answer it correctly. Again, Maz is the first person to answer it the fastest, and he's also at the first position. Again, we can see new names in the list. It's Vaibhav and John. Let's have a look at our next question. So this is our last question of our quiz. This man in the picture revolutionized finance for the future generations by making blockchain and Bitcoin a global phenomenon. Option A, Jack Ma. Option B, Liu Shanzi. And option C, Satoshi Nakamoto. The answer is Satoshi Nakamoto. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So Satoshi Nakamoto is the person who invented Bitcoin and revolutionized the blockchain industry and the banking industry. We can see Maz has maintained the first position and also has won the quiz. We also have second position backed by Jan and third by JK. I hope you enjoyed this quiz session and learned lots of new things from this blockchain and cryptocurrency quiz. Thank you.